Okay, she's out for justice in her role as assistant district attorney. It's a mouthful.
Now,
Serena
welcome to
Sutherland
my world.
is on the NBC hit drama Law and Order. Please welcome, first time on the show, right?
First time, I believe.
Elisabeth Röhm. Welcome.
Elizabeth, Howie's a germaphobe. So if you really want to touch him, all
You're not
you
sick.
do
Are you
is...
sick?
I'm a germaphobe. Don't touch me.
You're a germaphobe too?
Really?
This would be so exciting.
You're not sick.
so exciting.
Are you sick?
No.
You don't have anything,
nothing.
right? Good. That's always my first question. Now about the show.
But you didn't flinch when I came close to you.
Well, my hands were hidden, and anyway, enough about me.
Let's talk about you.
Yes.
This is your first time on our show.
It
Never
is.
met you before, but you were on my favorite soap opera, One Life to Live.
And you were on my favorite soap opera, On My Shoulder.
Did you start out as were you a child actor, a kid actor?
No, I actually started acting in college. I was 18, went to Sarah Lawrence, went there to write. And I started acting just purely for social reasons. I mean, all the cool people were doing plays and to meet the
people?
guys. You know,
to meet the guys, right.
The good-looking guys.
Right.
To meet the guys in theater?
To meet the big guys. No, to meet great girls, you know, and to get along with people. I mean, it was a very social...
Well, to meet great girls.
Yeah, not in that sense. Oh, God's sake.
So you're here to say you are not gay?
I am here to say that I'm officially...
You're not promoting the show. You just want to set the record straight. And that's good.
But I want to know what the problem would be.
There is no problem. In fact, I think that would be a little hot. That would be good.
I'm sorry about
So how you got started? How'd you get started?
I just started pursuing it in college, and then I got to my senior year and I thought this was something that I really loved and I should give it a shot, and I went out to LA for 2 years. Actually,
because you weren't even born here, right? You're not from here.
I was born in Germany, but I was raised in New York. So the first year of my life I was in Europe, and then I got my dual citizenship.
So how did you learn the language?
I don't know the language, do you?
No, English.
She was there for a year.
But wait a second, I thought you were a germaphobe. So
not Germanophobe. It's germanophobe. There's a slight difference.
Germanophobe.
Right.
But when you first started out, you weren't really on the acting side. You worked for an agency or a talent agent?
Yeah, exactly. When I got out of college, I wanted to learn about the business. I mean, it's so easy to say, okay, I want to be an actor, but how do you really pursue it? And that's why I was a huge fan of yours, because I worked at this agency for a year, and I realized that work begets work, and a great place to work and to really learn about acting and to really learn about showing up was soaps.
Right.
So not that it was an easy thing to get, but I really pursued that, and I ended up doing that for 6 months.
Were you also a fan of mine?
And I ended up doing it for 6 months. And I almost slapped your knee, but I thought you might get nervous.
I'm wearing pants. It's okay, as long as I'm wearing pants.
We're going to talk more about Law and Order when we come back. We'll take a break. Don't go away! Elisabeth Röhm!
Tomorrow on Live, hip-hop star Twista.
It's blustery outside.
Now that's outside here. You shoot your show right here in the street. You shoot outside in this?
God.
Do they ever go, it's snowing, don't come to work today?
Oh my God, this blizzard came and we were shooting an aftermath scene, meaning, you know, you find the murder, you find the body.
Right.
And
How do you find the body in a blizzard?
Snow, so they have to put tarps down and keep blowing the snow off.
How do you see the chalk line in the snow?
You can put
You
tarps
use
down and blow off the
pink
snow.
chalk. It's really nice, really pretty.
Exactly.
Pink for a girl, blue for a boy. You know, it's so funny because we talk about your show all the time, but
Not her and I.
No,
Her.
just the staff
Why
here.
not?
I talk about it to my wife. I want to be clear.
We love the ting ting. You know, in between scenes, how they shift from scene to scene. There's that sound. I don't know what sound it is.
That sound says,
Ching ching.
it means
lets
read.
me know.
Now read.
It lets me know.
Now read.
Things
That's
are
what it says.
changing.
Now read.
Right. That's what it says. I know the words to that song.
So you got to join the cast in 2001, and the show's been on for, I mean, how many?
15 years.
15 years. It's such a great show, and it's, you know, it's sort
Now
of...
you were instrumental in getting rid of Angie Harmon. Is that true?
I'm not comfortable talking about that. No, you know, she left and she chose to leave, and I was thrilled and elated.
Right.
And, you know, I had worked for Dick Wolf before, so I called him and said, you know, I really want to play this part. I want to move back to New York. I'm a huge fan of the show. And he said, I don't think so. And I
Really? Why?
said, all right, you know.
Now, did you know that they were replacing her? You knew that there was a part,
Yeah, I mean,
or
it
you
was
just said,
all
I want to
over
be on the show?
Yeah, it was all over the trades.
And you said, Angie Harmon, I'm blonde.
Angie Harmon, Liz Röhm.
Right.
So I called him, and, you know, again, because I didn't want to take no for an answer. And
So now,
got a
wait,
screen
you
test.
call him and they put you through, or you knew
well,
each
I
other?
had worked for him before. My
Okay.
my second acting job after the soap was
Right.
for Dick Wolf. I did a
Okay.
pilot, and it didn't get picked up. Kyle MacLachlan and I did it together, and it was great and slightly disappointing. Just like
But not great enough.
not great enough.
be honest.
Nor was the soap, I might add. Okay. So anyway, I ended up, you know, maintaining the relationship, and at least, you know, I knew him well enough to call and say, I really want to play this part. I mean, you know,
Well,
look,
good for
And
you.
he gave you the
can't
part.
know.
any director and say, I really want to play this
No,
part.
I'm going to be making
no,
phone calls
you're-
right after the show. I'm going to be looking for work.
I
But we
can
have a-
make phone calls,
Here's
but
your chance.
This is my chance. But let's see a clip of your work.
yeah, let's see. This is
You know what?
a scene with Serena and Jack. They're going to discuss a case.
Oh, you've seen this?
Ching ching. Take a look at that. It's true. It's a great show.
Isn't it a coincidence that that's...
Clapped for myself.
You were wonderful, and you were depicting yourself about a woman that's constantly calling and harassing for somebody.
Exactly.
Right.
It's very strange how life imitates art.
Well, it's great to finally have you here. I'm sorry that Regis would have
Yeah.
loved to meet you.
Will you come back again?
Yeah, you gotta come back again.
Please do.
It's Law and Order. It airs Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. on NBC. Elizabeth, thank you so much for
We'll be
being
right
here.
back with Lyle Lovett. Stay tuned.